Shalom, my name is Dror Tamir and I'm the founder of Holy Locust and Hargol Food Tech, the leading companies in the world in cultivation, agriculture, intensive farming and marketing of locust as an alternative protein source. My story starts at my childhood. I grew up in Kibbutz Ma'anit and I learned from my grandparents about locust swarm destroying crops in Israel in the 1950s, and while they were trying to save the crops and scaring the grasshoppers away, they saw Yemenite and Moroccan Jews coming to the same fields, collecting those locusts and eating them. From those stories, I learned that locusts are food for many people around the world and that they are the only kosher insect approved by the Bible. Fast forwarding 40 years into the future, I'm already a serial entrepreneur in food and nutrition, and I'm learning about the Global Protein Challenge. That's about 10 years ago. And I saw cultured meat and plant-based alternatives and many other options, but I realized that we need something better. It has to be better by every aspect. It has to be better for the environment, better in nutritional content and health benefits to us. It has to be better in production efficiency, and it has to be better in taste, texture, and flavor, because eventually it is food. And insects are the perfect solution. And since I remembered my childhood story, I decided to focus on locust, but I knew nothing about them. I'm an accountant by profession. So I started learning about locust. Eventually it led me to establishing a team of experts in intensive farming, development of crops, regulation of food and agriculture. And about 10 years ago, Hargol Food Tech was established. We raised a lot of money and started reaching the market after we developed the technology. And then we realized it's not as simple as it sounds. It's really challenging not to develop the technology. It's challenging to sell the product. Perception, that's the biggest issue. We saw hundreds of startups trying to develop insect-based foods, rising and falling. And we tried everything. We reached out to athletes offering sports nutrition because that's the best protein source out there. We looked at alternative meat products, the same as the other competitors in our market niche, alternative protein niche tried. But all of them failed because of perception. Because trying to convince someone to eat this is not easy. That's a locust, edible locust. So we looked at other options, and by accident I learned that once we mentioned that this is a biblical food, it's the only kosher insect for Jewish people, but it was also the food of John the Baptist for Christians, and it is halal because Muhammad and his followers were eating them, so it's halal for Muslims as well, and that's the only insect. Once we mentioned that fact, the challenge or the resistance drops significantly. Not only that, you can actually sell, instead of a protein and compete in prices, you can sell a story, an amazing story of the revival of a lost biblical tradition. And you can price it at a premium price, at a premium product. So instead of trying to convince you to eat that, we package it in a very nice way. That's the Christian version, that's the Jewish version. You can even see me on the package. And we also offer great energy bars that you can taste. And not only people change their mind, they are willing to pay high prices because it gives meaning to the food of tradition, the revival of a tradition, and they understand the benefits. So if you want to join the movement and learn about a great story and become part of it, join me. God bless.